Welcome to King High School in Riverside, California. I'm Nick Grice, that's J.R. Ibarra. We're just about set for kickoff tonight featuring Vista Del Lago, the Ravens out of Moreno Valley, and Pauley High School from Riverside. Ravens dressed up in the all-white tonight, Pauley Bears in the dark green. And here we go on the return to about the 41, maybe the 42-yard line. And that is where the Bears set up their offense. Victor Aguilar, the quarterback for Pauley tonight.
Interesting matchup here tonight, Nick. There's really some things riding in terms of possible CIF bids for both of these squads, as they are tied in league right now, and a win would put that team into the second place behind Paloma Valley, and possible bid here into CIF action next weekend.
Now, the playoff scenarios we'll give you a closer look at throughout the course of tonight, but the gist of it is Pauley and Vista Del Lago are playing in a de facto win and definite in. The Ravens have a much likelier outcome to make the postseason no matter what happens tonight. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they lose and they absolutely are out. So this is a win and you're certainly in. Anything beyond that, we'll have to see coming up this weekend.
Yeah, it's kind of strange that even if Vista Del Lago loses tonight, they will have an overall of 7-3. But even then, there's no guarantee that they'll get the bid into CIF.
And they could lose out to a team in Pauley that would finish 4-6. Incredible in the CIF Southern section, this scenario for them. That pass is complete to Kai Alums, just his 5th grab of the year, a gain of 9 and near a first down.
Yeah, we've not seen Kai a whole lot this year, but a nice grab to start off tonight's contest here.
Head coach Jerron Gilbert of the Bears felt encouraged by the health of his program. He feels now they're as healthy as ever in the Sun Belt League. It's near a first down run.
Number 7, Jay-Sean Thomas.
As Jay-Sean Thomas falls forward for the first down. Jay-Sean Thomas, head coach Jerron Gilbert had mentioned he's a guy that is a physical, thumping tailback that falls forward on nearly every carry. It'll be interesting to see how he impacts the game against this very talented Vista Del Lago defense.
Well, it looks like we got a flag already. Might be movement on the line. Nope, actually offsides. Wow. Somebody might have been in the neutral zone there.
The 3-6 Pauley Bears, 1-1 out of the Sun Belt League in their regular and league finale against the 7-2 Ravens of Vista Del Lago. On Riverside TV, part of our doubleheader. Tunnel screen. Matthew Henry on the grab. A gain of 5 and a first down for Pauley.
Nice play call on that one, providing the Bears with their second first down of the first quarter here.
Quarterback Victor Aguilar, the man at the controls for the Bears, is completing 64% of his throws for 770 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Make no mistake, this is a run-first football team, but Aguilar has had an efficient year. Thomas is smothered by a host of Ravens at the line of scrimmage.
It's taken a few games for the Bears to try to get some sort of rhythm, but as the latter part of the season has been coming about, you know, it's been kind of a tough one this year.
Yeah, the Bears are on the heels of consecutive wins, but began the season 1-6. 2nd and 11, 2 minutes into the game. Bears on their opening drive at the Vista Del Lago 39-yard line.
Wow, another offside. Somebody's winding up in the neutral zone from what it looks like.
Interesting. Against a team in Vista Del Lago that prides itself on avoiding those sort of mistakes. It's the little things that they love to pride themselves in. And Vista Del Lago, with 2 pre-snap penalties, has given the Bears good field position. Over the middle to Majay Allen, and the senior receiver is wrapped up with the 20.
Nice slant play on that to come up with another first down here for the Bears.
Tackle by number 11, Marshawn Adams. First down for the Bears.
Well, the Bears have struggled to find consistent passing success this year with a quarterback in Aguilar that only averages 8 pass attempts per game, but they have really mixed up the run and pass on this very promising drive into the red zone. The quarterback will keep it himself and is tripped up at the 19-yard line. Tyler Cortez, who they nicknamed Big Country, makes the inside stop.
Yeah, so far the play calling has been very consistent and nice mix to get themselves into the red zone here.
3 minutes into the game, the Bears from their own 35 have moved the ball to the Vista Del Lago 20. We have no score from King High School in Riverside. Thomas out of the pistol, he's in the block. Aguilar fires and completes the pass to Joshua Dominguez Walls, his first grab.
That's a mouthful.
Yeah, you know, they've got a couple of guys, broadcasters' nightmare in these pronunciations. If we ever get any of those a little miscued, certainly
it's
not personal.
It's only taken us 10 weeks to figure it out. So.
Right. Give us another week or two. Maybe we'll figure it out then.
It's kind of crazy. Here we are to the last regular season game of the night here for Riverside TV.
Before the postseason begins. Out of the backfield, this is Johnny Monforte, number 42, spilled at the 6-yard line. The Bears already with 4 first down pickups on this outstanding drive.
Very nicely done.
The Bears are only scoring 21 points per game to rank 3rd out of 4 schools in the Sun Belt League, and they could put up some 6-7 points early with a touchdown here on their opening drive. Aguilar is stuffed as it appeared they had some miscommunication between quarterback and running back, a 3-yard loss. 7:42 left in the first quarter with no score, but the Bears are threatening.
Yeah, a little bit of a mix-up there.
And that brings up 2nd and goal at the Ravens' 8-yard line. 4 first downs on this outstanding drive. Aguilar's going to throw it short to his left, and he finds the big man who's out of bounds. Number 34, who we do not have a name, makes the catch.
Number 34, Benji Matthews.
Benji Matthews.
Thanks to our PA announcer for helping us that.
We're working on Max Prep's rosters from earlier today. Benji Matthews lines up in the pistol now with Jay-Sean Thomas. And he is stuffed at the 5 but falls forward to the 2. Amir Stevens with the stop. Well, the Bears use up 5 minutes of the first quarter and march all the way to the goal line. They had a decision to make, 4th and goal from the 2. Certainly going for it would give the fans something to cheer about, but it looks like they'll settle for the field goal.
Well, they've got a really good kicker here.
Right.
Samoski has a really good leg, so this should be somewhat routine for him.
Talon Samoski has been almost automatic on PATs. It's basically that distance,
Yep, there you
and
go.
he drills it.
Impressive drive here to start off this football game, so you can't fault them for that aspect. I mean, they had a nice mix of different play calls for both running and passing. Chewed up a lot of time off the time clock, so they've shown that they have the capability to control the line of scrimmage here.
A 19-yard field goal for Talon Samoski, and with 6:32 left in the first quarter of this one, the Bears take the early 3-0 lead on Vista Del Lago.
Yeah, pardon us for not having any graphics here. We're having a little bit of technical difficulties, a little bit of bugs in the system. We're hoping to get that straightened out here.
You know, it's winter time. We're at a crisp and cool upper 50-degree night. I thought all the bugs went away, but I guess some of them stuck around.
No, not at all.
Deep driving Samoski kickoff. And the return man did touch his foot in the end zone, but they will let it play on. Camion Sims on the return is spilled at the 25-yard line by George Romero, number 29. Well, the Ravens, they have brought in a new offensive coordinator for this season. It's Andre Smith, and they feel as though he has really provided a big boost for the offense. And by the passing game, that absolutely has been the case for the Ravens this season.
Yeah, it's been an impressive matchup here. I should say an impressive performance by Larry Joyce, the quarterback. We'll talk a little bit more about his numbers in the remainder of this first quarter here.
Yeah, he's just been shredding defenses this season. They'll go ground, and the running back nears a first down in front of Devin Harden, a pickup of 9 for Justin Concepcion.
Tackle by number 37, Devin Harden.
A quick huddle for the Ravens. With 4 receivers, here's the quarterback. Hit as he throws, and that is dropped. Fabian Bolanos, who's been as good as anybody at receiver in the Sun Belt League, on pace to be the Triple Crown winner and one of the best players on the team. A rare drop for him.
That's a bit of a surprise. One of the key numbers here for Larry Joyce is that he has a 70% completion rate. It is pretty astounding when you see what he's accomplished in this season.
Good for 2,101 yards, 24 touchdowns, and only 5 interceptions. He'll take off and run and is decked at the 45-yard line by Eduardo Martinez. Larry Joyce, a capable scrambling quarterback, and he moves his way ahead for the first down.
Yeah, you don't normally see Joyce taking the ball, but nice pickup for the first down.
Bears lead the game 3-0 in the middle of the first quarter. A 5-yard gut run from Concepcion of Vista Del Lagos. They advance into Bears territory on their first drive. Meanwhile, Pauley on their opening drive used 5.5 minutes and kicked a Talon Samoski chip shot field goal.
Yeah, the Ravens definitely in this tempo offense so far looking pretty decent.
Larry Joyce completes his first pass. This is Camion Sims, who spilled just short of the 45-yard line. A.J. Renteria joining Michael Gaines on the stop. Larry Joyce, they say, is the quiet leader of this football team. He does a lot of his damage with his play on the field, both running and throwing the football. First down run from Justin Concepcion. There's a lot of ways to win as a quarterback. You don't have to be the vocal guy. You can win by just being a silent leader.
Kid is very talented. Boy, when you see some of the game film of prior to tonight, he really has a nice touch on the football.
And you saw it too earlier in the drive, also a capable running quarterback. That throws a little wide that time. Good coverage from sophomore Michael Gaines Jr., one of the young defenders on this otherwise experienced Bears defense.
You can see Joyce has a pretty good gun too. I mean, he really zinged that one in there.
Now, certainly he's most comfortable targeting number 2, Fabian Bolanos. We'll see if he targets him on a critical 2nd and long. Instead, Joyce will run, gets a block, and is nailed a yard away from the marker. That's Martinez with the stop.
Flag on the play.
Number 9, Larry Joyce on the carry. Tackle by number 51, Eddie Martinez.
Pauley leads the game 3-0 late in the first.
That'll be a holding call against Vista Del Lago.
Tough break. Bears went the distance to all the way to the 2 and then could not punch it in. Settled for the field goal. Vista Del Lago 2nd and 15 here on their first drive.
So far 3 flags here for the Ravens, so they've been the ones making the mistakes in terms of the penalties concerned.
Yeah, 3 for them and none for the Pauley Bears. That had been a huge concern this season. Their penalties and some of the sloppy mistakes they've made this year. Not the case tonight. Joyce gets rid of it outside to Sims, who could not break the tackle needed for the first down. Outstanding defensive play from Jeremiah Luna. He comes into the game 4th in the southern section, the entire southern section in tackles, 122 this year, and that's a big one to prevent the first down.
Nice rollout by Joyce.
He appears to be in rhythm. Concepcion slips a tackle, knocked down at the 19. He needed 4 on that 3rd down and picks up 5.
Well, I think he got enough forward progress definitely to get the first down here.
Tackle by number 2, Michael Gaines Jr.
Well, we've raved about the success of Joyce in the passing game this year, but Concepcion, with over 500 rushing yards and a league-high 9 touchdown carries, is a pretty solid back two.
He averages about four yards per carry, so he's got some pretty decent numbers as well.
And he'll flank Joyce to his left on a first down at the Bears 20 or 30-yard line. Pressure's coming, and he's taken down. That may be a sack, at the very least back to the line. Benitez involved, joining Martinez on the sack. 3:21 left in the first quarter. 3-0 Bears have the early lead.
Yeah, I think this is what the Bears really have to do throughout this night and put a lot of pressure here on Joyce in order to have him hurry up his throws.
Joyce, an efficient start to the night, looks right all the way, takes a shot downfield.
Oh,
what a catch. One hand, and they
Will
say
he be in?
Yes, inbounds
Wow.
for Sims.
That is exactly what we've seen in game film. He has ability to lay it right in where it needs to go, and that was a prime example right there.
Take a bow, Odell Beckham Jr. Some play from Sims. It's 1st and goal. Ravens on their opening drive. Under 3 left down, a field goal. They'll go run. And Concepcion is spilled at about the 5-yard line.
That was about as good a catch as you've seen all season long.
You know, that's the funny thing on Riverside TV. You think you've seen it all, and then something like that happens. And what's ironic is their lead receiver, Fabian Bolanos, has had 2 different passes in his hands and have muffed them. Meanwhile, we see Camion Sims, 3rd on the depth chart at receiver, but he makes the catch of the day, the catch of the year, really, right there.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think I've seen or we've seen anything that rivals that in terms of a catch that was right in bounds as well. So it had the double aspect to it.
Incredible stuff from Sims. Let's check out tonight's coaching matchup. First, you see there somewhere on the screen, the Ravens in his 6th year, head coach Mike Toohey. Former assistant at Arrowhead Christian, Valley View, and RCC. He took over a team that was 0-10. I mean, you can't do any worse than 0-10, JR. And turned this club into a success. They have won 68% of their games with him at the helm, and they have made it to the CIF semifinals each of the last 3 playoff seasons. Of course, 2020 was canceled. The postseason was due to COVID.
Yeah, he's done a fine job with this program.
Joyce, under duress, swallowed up at the 5-yard line by Ramirez. That may just be his first sack of the season. We'll see if he got back to the line.
Tackle by number 33, Elijah Ramirez.
Vista Del Lago on the doorstep. 2 minutes left in the first quarter. They're down by 3 to the Bears. We've seen Larry Joyce throughout the drive make plays with his feet, both scrambling to throw and scramble to run. We'll see if he does that here. No, they'll go ground, and Concepcion had no chance. Caught and dropped by Keaton Stokely, number 65.
Very well read by the Pauley defense to make the stop. Looks like they'll have to bring in the kicking crew for this one as well.
Oster Colindres this season is 1 for 2 on field goals. He's rarely even been in this situation. In fact, they're going to snap it way back here. This is a 23-yard attempt.
Solomon warm-ups. This should be a doable kick.
Fuller the hold. He had to juggle it a bit, and that kick is good.
Nice.
Both kickers convert on their tries, and with 1:20 left in the quarter, we are tied at 3.
Making the score, the Riverside Poly Bears 3. The Vista Del Lago Ravens.
So really the Ravens only chewed up about 5 minutes on their drive as they were in an up-tempo mode. A very impressive drive, I must say, but unfortunately not able to punch it in for the touchdown.
And with that, we're locked up at 3 apiece here on Riverside TV. Glad you're with us, part of our doubleheader tonight in a final night of the regular season. Make sure to join us for playoff coverage of the CIF Southern Section right here on Riverside TV. Both schools, Week 10, final week of the season, are still vying for the postseason. Neither club is clinched. The Ravens have a better track to get there, but both schools ensure at least an opportunity with a victory tonight, so they've got to figure out a way.
Yeah, a win doesn't necessarily mean you're in, but it does help your ability to appeal to CIF.
Right. For the Bears, a loss, there's a 99% chance they're out with the loss tonight. A short kick, and it appeared that there was a late face mask, but no penalty's been thrown. Majay Allen drew that one.
A little surprised that did not get called, but
interesting decision. Vista Del Lago's been flagged 3 times already tonight, to your point, JR. And that was the story going in. You know, the mistakes that the schools have made. The Poly Bears, especially during their 1-6 start to the season, have been ravaged by mistakes, but have done a much better job tonight, and we're tied up at 3 late in the quarter.
I think the Bears just need to do what they did on their first drive. They had a nice mix of run and pass.
They're going to go to the air to begin this drive, and off the slant, there he goes. Majay Allen in a foot race, out of bounds at the 24-yard line. The Bears have had an explosive start to this game. Allen with the biggest play of the night. It's first down, Bears.
Boy, Aguilar has been on point throwing the football tonight, and that for another huge gainer for another first down here for the Bears.
By my count, a 49-yard completion to the senior Majay Allen of Pauley. Thomas on the ground, gets into the secondary and is hammered at about the 19-yard line. Fabian Bolanos with the stop.
Like we said, just mix it up, as the Bears have done in their first drive earlier here in the first quarter, as now we're under a minute to play here in this first quarter.
Tied up at 3. On paper, this was a mismatch. The Ravens came in 7-2 with some impressive wins. In common opponents, likewise, a mismatch. But the Bears have played as good, if not better than them in the first quarter. Thomas on the calls, dragged down to the 1-yard line. Woods saved the touchdown. First and goal, Bears.
Nice pickup by Thomas. You can see not only his speed, but his ability to have power in his running as well.
A statement drive with a huge play to Majay Allen to lead it off. Just the 4th play of this possession. Thomas gets the call. Hit at the 2. Did he get in? Officials say no.
No, I don't believe so. So I got stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Pretty good penetration defensively here by the Ravens.
Right, and that might have just been the final play of the quarter. Vista Del Lago has weapons everywhere, but none quite like Jayshon Thomas, the league leader in rushing this season. And his huge run sets up second and goal when the team switch sides to begin the second. You know, JR, we played a quarter, and if the team switched uniforms, I don't think we'd be able to tell. This has been a great football game. 2 teams playing very well early.
This is an awfully good matchup so far from what we've seen offensively. And as you mentioned, Nick, I think on paper it looked like definitely the Ravens had the advantage coming into the game, but the Poly Bears, I should say, definitely had a nice game plan offensively, and so far it's been effective. And let's see if they can punch one in here in the early part of the second quarter.
Now, Pauley is the longest tenured Riverside school in the entire city, one of the longest tenured schools in the state of California.
Yeah, exactly.
They've been around since 1887, in fact. And while the football program has a rich history of success and championships, as we bring in that score bug is indeed correct, except we're beginning the second quarter, not the first. So glad for our guys to get that stuff going. Pauley has not had a rich history as of late in football winning. The team has 1 playoff win in the last decade.
Wow.
And they have rarely even made the postseason. 1 and done in 2019, 2 and done in 2021, and missed the postseason last year. So, JR, this is a team that is searching for the type of success they had from decades ago. A win tonight, you can win and maybe get in, and that could really turn around the program's narrative.
Well, that's why Jerron Gilbert was brought in as a first-year head coach here for the Bears to try to turn things around. And I think so far he's definitely has shown some really good things here for this program.
He's taking over for an outstanding run out of John Rice, who's the coach of this program recently. Second and goal from about the 1.5. Vista Del Lago had been flagged a few times on offsides penalties. This, another one on the Ravens.
Oh, my goodness. That is like their third offside of the night
Right.
here.
Now, if you're going to do it, here's the spot because it only gives the Bears about a half a yard of field position. 2nd and goal. Here's the quarterback in what is the brotherly shove heard around the world. Did he get in? The officials are talking about it.
No call yet.
Victor Aguilar, who has 1 rushing touchdown this season, hoping for another. They're talking about it. They're thinking about it. Still no call. No.
Wow.
3rd and goal.
Just a yard on the pickup.
It looked to me like he got in, but
Yeah,
man, that football can't be any closer to the goal line.
It did on my angle as well. I just thought for sure he was over that goal line.
You know, I wouldn't blame them if they go again. It looks like they just might, but a flag is down. Could this be on the Bears?
Oh, it's another offside. There is somebody lining up in that neutral zone that they've not figured out yet.
You know, if I'm the Ravens, I'm doing that every play. They got a shred of grass closer to the end zone. Another
There we go.
push.
That should be
Aguilar,
it.
touchdown.
There we go.
Number 4, Victor Aguilar. Touchdown, Bears.
Nice drive here by the Bears to finally punch it in and get their first touchdown of the evening early here in the 2nd quarter of play.
And that is the play heard all around the world right now, the National Football League, to go along with the CIF Southern section. It's made its way down to Riverside TVs. The extra point is good. And, you know, there's rumors, JR, about that play potentially being banned from the NFL because it doesn't look good. And, you know, it's more like a rugby play than a football play. What are your thoughts?
You know, to me, that's old-style football. Leave it alone. I mean, it's kind of kind of the stuff you might have seen decades ago in terms of being able to put your running back over the end zone. What the heck? Let it fly.
Yeah, I like the spirit of it, but I do feel, you know, we're going to have some fun disagreement on Riverside TV. Like, if the running back and receiver and guys behind you have to shove you in, I think they may want to revise that. Maybe don't have the whole team push it from behind. Just my thoughts, but yeah.
But
what
the
are
thing
you
is,
gonna
how
do,
do you police that? It's
Yeah,
like how many
exactly.
guys makes it illegal?
Yeah, kickoff in for a touchback.
Yeah.
You know what? You move me over to your side a little more, JR. I mean, how are you going to do that? Like,
let them play.
2 guys pushed instead of 1 guy. There was an extra hand somewhere, like a finger touched the guy's jersey. Yeah.
Let them play. I mean, it's the kind of thing you would see in a Three Stooges film. I mean, just let them push it over.
The worry is that, you know, teams are going to do that for a whole game or a quarter.
Yeah,
you know,
I mean,
and-
I can understand that reasoning as well, but I say leave it alone. In my
But,
opinion.
I mean, you're not going to get more than a yard at a time, so.
I think they're playing your song, Nick. Just keep from stop the dancing, okay?
Yeah, and the song
Stop
says.
the dancing. Nick is up
Yeah,
here dancing.
Right. And quit your pushing. That's what it is, too. Larry Joyce at the 27-yard line. A strong run on 1st down for the quarterback. Both Pauly and Vista Del Lago, their offense have been outstanding until the red zone. Both clubs had to settle for field goals to begin. Now the Bears are coming off an Aguilar touchdown run. We'll see if the Ravens can respond. It's 2nd and 3 yards to go. And no, we're not broadcasting tonight's Baltimore Ravens Chicago Bears matchup. Pauly Bears against the Vista Del Lago Ravens. A quick hitch to Jordan Carter for the 1st down.
Nice little toss off to pick up the completion and the 1st down.
Right, a gain of 7 on that play. So we do this fun thing every week about, you know, what do these teams look like in college football? Do they look like Notre Dame, look like Texas? These are 2 of the most intriguing uniforms. I don't think there is a look-alike.
Well, actually, there is. And
Oh,
man.
Oh, nearly picked off. Incomplete.
Pauly actually looks like University of Laverne, so we have to go to Division
Oh,
III.
interesting. George Romero on the pass deflection.
Yeah, and we have to go to Division III to get a matchup in terms of the uniforms.
Pass broken up by
And then
number
Vista
29,
Del Lago,
Ray
all
Lerner.
white. I mean, If they had the black, I'd say the Baltimore Ravens. Their throwbacks are kind of look a lot like that. Concepcion on the call.
Wow, nice
He
carry.
slashes to the 43 for an 8-yard run. 3rd and 2 coming up. And as a reminder, there's 10:25 left in the second quarter, not the first quarter, for folks that are confused. 10-3 Bears over the Ravens.
Yeah, still having just minor difficulties with our graphics
And we got
generator
the
here.
score bug. I'll take it for sure. For folks just tuning in. And Concepcion has been stopped on 3rd and 2. He needed those 2, but gains 1. Keaton Stokely again on the stop.
So far, 6 carries in the night for Concepcion.
Justin Concepcion.
I'd say at this point, you definitely want to go for it because you're so close.
It's 4th down.
This is a massive opportunity for the defense to make a stop and flip the script in this one. Ravens need 1. 4th down. Bears looking a little anxious right now as Joyce waits for the snap.
Might be trying to draw off the defense here.
We've seen the Ravens jump off sides 4 times today. The Bears a little more disciplined, and a timeout's called, and Vista Del Lago may just feel like punting it away now.
Yeah, I struggle with this because I think since you're so close, why not? I mean, they've been able to move the ball fairly good with Concepcion. Why not give it to them here for this one and pick up that first?
Well, J.R. Ibarra, known as a 4th down gambler.
Let's do this.
What are your thoughts of Brandon Staley? Do you think he's too much of a gambler?
No, I don't think so. I think, you just got to, when you have that ability to make something happen and it's very short yardage, why not?
Right.
Why not?
Because the reward is that you get basically a free possession. It's like a takeaway. Now, obviously, the mistake, if you don't get it, you give them a short field. But punting the ball, the Bears would get decent field position anyways.
Yeah, and again, there really is a lot riding on this game.
Absolutely. And both coaches knew it coming in, saying, we got to win. There's no guarantee for the playoffs. Off the direct snap. This isn't a first down. This is a touchdown.
Oh, my goodness.
56 yards for Fabian Bolanos. Touchdown, Ravens.
Oh, my goodness. Just when they needed a yard, they got 56 and a touchdown.
So was going for it a good idea? I think so.
See? Proves me right. You can't let these opportunities slip by you.
And there is nobody on Riverside TV more insufferable than Ibarra off a 4th down conversion. Fabian Bolanos all the way for the score.
That is such a great call. I got to hand it to Coach Tui on that one for making the call.
They figure a team that's so good running the ball this season, one of these they're going to break out. The Bears have done a good job limiting the run, but they picked a bad time to give up a long run. 4th when they had a chance to get off the field.
Yeah, unfortunate breakdown defensively there for the Bears to give up the touchdown on the long run. But making it a very entertaining game so far here in the second quarter of play at 10-10.
So off of the extra point, we're tied. And the story through 15 minutes of football is basically a mirror image of each other. Again, you flip the jerseys, you wouldn't know the difference. Both teams, their first drive end in field goals, their second drives end in touchdowns. And we've got a brand new ball game here in the second.
Yeah, I'm liking what I'm seeing here. Boy, this is a great way to cap off our final regular season game here for Riverside TV.
This is part of our Riverside TV doubleheader. Ramona is playing Notre Vista right now. And at the end of the quarter, the Braves of Notre Vista lead Ramona 7-0. That is an important playoff caliber atmosphere there too, with implications involved in that game as well. Now, most likely, Ramona makes the postseason no matter what. Meanwhile, Notre Vista, they're not playing for whether they make the playoffs. The Braves are now looking at, okay, we win, maybe we jump a division or two.
Yeah, there's a possibility they could get, what did you tell me before the game, into Division 5 possibly?
According to our wonderful Ghazal Hassan, who's part of that broadcast on the other end, that is the story now. They would be a Division 5 school, according to his projections, if the postseason started now. That pass was tipped.
Wow.
And incomplete. And knocked away by Caleb Brockington, number 56, with his first deflection. Of course, the Pauley Bears love to run the ball to set up those second, third, and short situations. That has been a huge proponent of their success as of late, getting into those makeable down and distances. They may have to throw it here on second down. We'll see what the call is. Nope, they'll run it. Here's Thomas inside. He sets up third and about 6 on a short run in front of Tyler Cortez.
Number 7, Jay Sean Thomas, the ball carrier.
Already the 7th carry of the night here for Thomas.
Vista Del Lago this season has given up the fewest points in the Sun Belt, just 16.8 points per game, but they've allowed already 10 on 2 drives. On third down, Aguilar hit as he throws. Deep, that pass is juggled and dropped out of the hands of Matthew Padilla.
Wow.
It was a catchable football, JR, right in his hands, and that would have converted the third down.
Yeah, it definitely would have been a first down here, and it looks like Bears will have to bring out the punting squad.
Pass intended for number 21, Matthew Padilla.
And the punter is saying, who, me? I got to check into the game?
Number 11, Marshawn Adams.
Fireworks tonight from King High School in Riverside. 10-10 with scores for both clubs on their first 2 possessions.
It's amazing. This has been the chilliest night we've had so far, and it's really not that crazy cold out.
Right. But feeling a little more like football weather. Dominguez Wallace with his first punt, and it's a good one.
Nicely done.
A very impressive punt as it rolls all the way to the 27. That'll go down as a 46-yard punt, nothing on the return. A great flipping of field, so the Bears have got to feel pretty good about where they're starting off on defense. In continuing our coaching matchup tonight, on the other hand, Jaron Gilbert is in his first year as head coach of Pauley, former third-round draft choice of the Chicago Bears. He began his, by the way, what random coincidence that he's coaching a team named the Bears now. He began his coaching career in 2015 as defensive line coach at Long Beach College. Then after a 4-year stint at Jurupa Valley, is now the head man at this storied program. Concepcion is stopped at the line. And in speaking to Jaron Gilbert before the game, the coach had mentioned that, you know, it feels a little different because of the rich history of Pauley. It's not just coaching any old high school football program.
No, when you come into this program, obviously the long, storied amount of athletics that have taken place on the campus here have been pretty storied.
Joyce under duress on a second down. He's looking, he's pumping, and runs out of bounds for a loss.
Wow, this is really good defense here by the Bears. They've made a few adjustments and have definitely not given Joyce much of an opportunity to throw downfield.
After the Joyce loss, it's 3rd and long for Vista Del Lago, and they have converted all but one of their third downs tonight. You know, the stick still says second down, which is
the markers
weird.
have not been changed.
Tunnel screen, Bolanos trying to make a man miss and gains about 5. There we
now
go.
It's,
Okay.
Now it's adjusted.
Now it's 4th down. I was going to say, Jared, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure. Okay. And it looks like Vista Del Lago will bring in the punt team.
Yeah,
how about that? I mean, a mirror image of each other. Both clubs go 3 and out after back-to-back scoring drives. Literally the exact same performance from both teams through 3 drives of each tonight.
Yeah, I guess both defensive coordinators have kind of figured out the schemes of each other's offenses, and now we're kind of still in that stalemate.
Well, you better be careful. You know, just when you think they figured it out, it's amazing the bag of tricks these guys have in the coaching game. Fair
Nice
catch
punt.
at the 40-yard line on a good punt, reeled in by number 6, Jeremiah Luna.
Fairly impressive kicking game so far.
And a must-win for both schools, especially for the Pauley Bears. Now, there is essentially no way the Bears make the postseason with a loss, but in explaining the Pauley playoff situation, a win and they would be tied for second in the Sun Belt League out of 4 schools. And while usually 3 teams make it out of 6 leagues with 6, we're assuming that 2 would make it out of a 4-team league.
You would think CIF would give the opportunity to the second place team.
Thomas The pistol back to the 44-yard line. Now, we've had our opinions about the justification of having a team with a losing record in the postseason, but the rules are the rules, and, you just got to win in your league. And the Bears know that the entire season rides on their performance tonight.
Absolutely. It all comes down to winning the ball game.
And right now, it's an evenly matched battle with 6.5 minutes left in the second. Under
my
he
goodness.
loses the ball. Thomas, a heads-up
Wow.
play, recovers on the sack. Sensational heads-up decision from Thomas to avoid the turnover.
Yeah, boy, Thomas was really at the right time, at the right place there.
Darian Sewell appeared to have been the man on the sack. That would have been his 8th of the year.
Huge loss here for the Bears.
And that basically ensures, outside of a huge play, that the Bears are going to have to punt. This is a 3rd down and 24 for Pauley, after the massive loss of 17 on the sack fumble. 3rd and long. Ravens line up in a 4-man front this time. Here's the quarterback on a 3-step drop.
He's got a man open.
And there he is.
Oh, my goodness.
His momentum carried him out of bounds a
wow.
yard short, but he'd taken on a 22-yard strike to Matthew Padilla.
There was a lot
sorry.
of green in front
Joshua
of him.
Dominguez-Wallace. Sorry, my apologies.
Wow. What a huge throw here by Aguilar. Let's see this one again, Nick.
What a play.
Unfortunately, as we said, just his momentum carries him out of bounds. Wow, that definitely could have been a touchdown.
And they definitely, JR, should go for it. I mean, you're playing with house money. There's no way they should be in this spot.
No, let's do it. I mean, my goodness, you're that close. Thomas is such a good runner. It's like, dude, let's do this. A lot riding on the game.
This is a rematch of last year. Vista Del Lago at home dismantled Pauley, 42-17. In that game, they had forced the quarterbacks, 2 of them for the Bears, into 0 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. Meanwhile, tonight, we saw it on the big pass play a moment ago. The quarterback, Victor Aguilar, has played much, much better tonight.
Well, he's definitely gained the confidence that they've been looking for here as this season has progressed.
Now, they've brought out the punt team.
Interesting.
We've seen crazier fakes than this.
Could they fake it?
Absolutely.
I would fake this.
Well, we all know, JR, what you would choose.
I
to
would
do.
fake this. Yep, thank you.
There we go.
Thank you,
Here's
thank you, thank
Jay-Sean
you.
Thomas, and
He's
he
got
crawls
it.
ahead for the first down.
Thank you.
A pickup of 2.
You see why? You see why you got to take advantage of that? Nicely done. That was impressive.
Now the Ravens have to be kicking themselves, JR, as they gave up the huge pass play on a 3rd and 24 to Dominguez-Wallace.
Hats off to Coach Gilbert for making the call on that one.
It led to that outstanding call on the fake. 1st and 10.
Great execution on that. I love that.
This is some football game tonight, JR. We've had fireworks throughout and a couple of 4th down decisions from these coaches.
Oh, man.
Dropped and nearly picked off to Dominguez-Wallace, who made the more important catch, dropped that one.
For number 10, Joshua Dominguez-Wells. Defended on the
Henry was almost there to pick it up, though. I mean, it sailed past Wales, and Henry was right behind him a few steps and possibly could have gotten hold of it.
But, Dominguez-Wales made the play that counted, the 3rd and 24 completion. And now he'll be one of the 4 receivers out there on 2nd down and 10 yards to go. Good football game tonight out of the Sun Belt League. Out of the tunnel screen, here goes Majay Allen, who had a huge 48-yard catch and run earlier in the quarter. Not as far, but still a good one in front of Keyshawn Torrance. The drive continues. Maybe his best performance in a game all year, certainly statistically that is. Majay Allen nearing 100 yards receiving for the Bears. 3rd and short. Their workhorse in the backfield out of the pistol, Jay-Sean Thomas on 3rd and 2. He just converted the 4th and short. Here hurdles across the 40. What effort from Thomas, first down of the game of 7.
On the play, let's see what the deal is here. This flag came real late, super late.
This would be the Bears' first flag of the night. It is in the area of holding.
Boy, what's amazing is how late that came in.
But it wipes out a sensational effort from Thomas. Ravens flagged 5 times tonight. First penalty, meanwhile, on Pauly. 3rd and 12. This is child's play compared to the 3rd and 24 they nearly converted just a couple plays ago.
Yeah, it's like, hey, we can do this.
Well, sticks still say 2nd down. It should be 3rd down. Wow. This one's juggled, hit as he throws. That is caught on the outside. This is number 21, Matthew Padilla, and he converts on 3rd and long.
Wow, just like that, another first down pickup here for the Bears.
You know, it almost seems Victor Aguilar, the quarterback, plays better in these 3rd down and long situations.
Yeah, when you put pressure on him, he just seems to respond.
Another methodical drive for the Bears. Off the play fake, Aguilar keeps it and gains 5 on the read option.
Once again, a nice mix of passing and rushing here on this series of downs by the Bears.
A capable runner, Victor Aguilar, and he has first down yardage. It's amazing to think they lost 18 on a sack fumble earlier in this outstanding drive. A couple of 3rd downs that they've converted, one totally, one nearly. Torrance levels Matthew Padilla on the completion. And I got to think that Jerron Gilbert and the coaching staff saw something in the Ravens defense, because they're passing the ball much more than we're accustomed to seeing them throw it throughout the course of this year.
Yeah, they definitely have exploited something here offensively here against the Ravens to make things happen here.
Aguilar averages about 8 pass attempts per game. And tonight,
he's surpassed it. He's already had 15 throws.
15 throws in just the first half, on pace for nearly 40. It's an incredible game plan coming in against the league's #1 scoring defense.
Oh, man.
Shoulder, and there he goes.
Touchdown.
The diving Majay Allen for the Bears lead.
Wow.
Touchdown.
What a great touch there to Allen. Look at that. Lays it right into the numbers, gets possession, and makes the score here for the Bears.
So much for this being a run-first or run-balanced football team. The Bears have aired it out, and an all-out assault to that secondary, and Aguilar has been brilliant. Extra point is good, and Pauly reclaims the lead with 2:58 left in the second.
Another impressive drive here by the Bears, especially coming back, as you mentioned, Nick, from a huge loss in this series of downs. Didn't seem to faze them at all.
We've got ourselves not just a football game, through about 22 minutes tonight. We've got one of the games of the year. I mean, this has lived up, and even more, to what we were hoping for in tonight's game.
Yeah, no, this has been a nice, even matchup between two very talented quarterbacks. I think Larry Joyce probably, as we mentioned on paper, looked like the dominant QB, but Aguilar has definitely matched blows with him in this fight.
The Pauly kickoff man, Talon Samoski, of his 35 kickoffs this season, that is his 17th touchback, a whale of a leg. And if he's ever called upon for a long field goal, I think Jerron Gilbert and the Bears are feeling comfortable with him attempting that field goal.
Yeah, it's impressive to see, really, for both of these squads. The kicking game's been pretty decent, and at the high school level, that's not a common thing. That tends to be kind of the weak link amongst the high school level.
Right, I'm thinking Jeff Gorham, maybe he has a little extra room somewhere in his leg for a tattoo of Talon Samoski of Pauley, 4th in the entire CIF Southern section in punt average this season, and kickoff touchback percentage, he's right up there among the best. A whale of a leg. First play of the drive, and that is incomplete, a little high from Larry Joyce that time. Vista Del Lago, they have all of their timeouts in 2:53 to go. This will be an interesting drive for the Ravens.
Yeah,
It should be noted Vista Del Lago receives to begin the second half too.
That was interesting for the Ravens. That is only the 9th pass attempt here for Joyce, which is almost a little uncharacteristic.
Absolutely. He averages 22 attempts a game. Joyce fires to his left, juggled and dropped. Jason Hicks was the intended target. The ball was a little wide, but certainly catchable for Hicks.
Nice toss, but just out of the reach of Hicks on that one.
Number 2, Michael Gaines Jr.
As mentioned, Michael Gaines Jr., an outstanding sophomore cornerback. You know, that's a name that folks better start remembering for years to come. The sophomore has turned into a fine defender for Jerron Gilbert and the Bears. On the coverage that time, Joyce hit as he throws. A check down, and that won't get it done. A short gain to Carter, maybe a yard, that's it.
Yeah.
And the Bears will get a shot here with about 2.5 minutes to go in the half.
Nice toss, but great defensive work here by the Bears. Right on it.
A form tackle, Lejon Johnson, a 5'10", 160-pound senior with the stop. That's his 58th of the season. They'll run the clock as much as they can, will Vista Del Lago, before the punt. End over end, and Jeremiah Luna will let this one bounce and not bring it back. And this will bounce all the way to the 39-yard line of the Bears.
Well, the Bears have 2 minutes to work with. Why not
Right.
take it down and put some more points on the scoreboard here?
Now, they do only have one timeout, which is interesting, but the headline tonight for Pauley, they've discovered a huge element of their passing game tonight. Best performance of the season from quarterback Victor Aguilar.
Aguilar definitely impressive here in this first half of play. Already 16 pass attempts.
For well over 100 yards. And that most recent throw, this 26-yard touchdown to Allen. Back
Oh, my goodness.
We've seen a flurry of some of the greatest catches in high school football. 36 yards to Matthew Henry for the first down.
That was a Division I toss and catch. Take another look at this, Nick. Wow.
First down to the Raven 35, and they're going hurry up. Short to the left, this one out of the backfield. There's Matthew Padilla near the first down. And shoved out at about the 25. Willie Johnson on the stop. Indeed, first down Bears with 1:34 to go. Almost everyone on their feet. They're loving this one tonight. A sensational drive. Here's Victor Aguilar, who's on fire until he muffed it. Loss of 5.
Been a little bit of the Achilles heel there, is that he's dropped a few exchanges from center.
Aguilar came in averaging about 90 pass yards per game. He's got nearly triple that in the first half. Loss of 5. Aguilar guns it to the left and finds Padilla once again. Shoved out of bounds at about the 21-yard line, a gain of 9.
Tackle by number 12, Camion Sims.
A breakout performance tonight from Aguilar, the junior quarterback for the Bears. 3rd and 6 yards to go with a little over a minute left in the half. One timeout in the back pocket for Jerron Gilbert, the head coach. Back shoulder once again.
Oh,
and
my
Allen
goodness.
appeared to have been, with plenty of contact, interfered a little bit by Sims, but no flag has been thrown.
I think that was good by the refs. Just kind of let them have at it.
Number 12, Camion Sims.
Stops the clock at 1:02.
We had raved of the excellence of Samoski and his kicking ability. And they're going to test his leg here with 1:02 left in the half.
Wow, just shy of a 40-yard kick here, which he's fully capable of doing this.
Absolutely. The southpaw from 38. Here we go to extend the lead to 2 scores. On the left half, Samoski. Plenty of distance. It's up, and it is no good.
He just missed it. Wow.
He could have made that from 50, JR.
Enough distance. There was more than enough leg into it. Unfortunately, just misses the mark.
And with 58 seconds left in the half, the Ravens get another shot at it to tie the game. I mean, folks got the price of admission and then some with the play at quarterback tonight. And while we saw Aguilar dice up the defense, Larry Joyce, the Raven quarterback, has been very good as well.
Yeah, here in the second quarter of play, the Bears have definitely made enough adjustments to put that pressure on Joyce.
58 seconds and 3 timeouts for Joyce in the offense. Hit as he throws. That into traffic is a little behind Camion Sims. Good coverage that time by Devin Harden of the Bears.
That is the thing. They're making Joyce roll out, having to buy some time, and that has been kind of the difference maker here in the second quarter.
The Pauley Bears in a must-win. They are essentially eliminated from next week's postseason with a loss tonight on Vista Del Lago. A win, and they've got a shot. Joyce is stuffed by number 65, Keaton Stokely. And the Ravens aren't moving the ball much to begin the second. We'll see if they stop the clock at some point. They've got 3 timeouts and 35 seconds to play.
Taking another look at this one. Pretty much Joyce looks like he was intending to keep it on the run, but great play here defensively by Keaton Stokely.
A run of play with about 20 seconds. Joyce throws and finds his man.
Wow.
There's number 24, Justin Concepcion. Not relied upon much out of the backfield. In fact, that's just his 4th grab of the year, but a big one for the Ravens. They do have all their timeouts. I'm perplexed why they're not using one here.
Yeah, they've only got 15 seconds here, so they're really going to have to put this one downfield as long as they can.
And the clock runs here on the Joyce drop back. He's looking, fires over the middle, and there's Sims. He's got one to beat.
My
Here's
goodness.
Sims, and that's the one who makes the stop. Allen with the tackle with 4.9 to play.
Wow.
Pass complete to number 12.
That is a massive breakdown of the defense here. They've got a couple of seconds to set up the field goal.
Timeout taken by the
As
Ravens.
Vista Del Lago takes a timeout. And you know, maybe they knew more than us. I think the Bears defense was a little shocked they didn't use the timeout, and Joyce dials up the deep ball.
Boy, tossed it in between several different Bears.
Alums was the one who helped save the touchdown, but this is an incredible quarter of quarterbacking from Victor Aguilar and Larry Joyce. I mean, they are just shredding the secondaries tonight.
Boy, with 4.9, though, it's like this is your only play you're going to manage to get off here.
Oh, I'd just go field goal. I think it's too risky to go for.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. As much as I love to do the risk-taking, I would maybe think about the 3 points here. But, of course, it looks like we're going to get overruled.
I mean, the ball's not only in field goal range, but it's between the hashes, a very ideal spot for the kick.
Yeah, it really is.
And they've got a pretty good leg, too, out of Oscar Colindres of the Ravens, who just drilled a 23-yard field goal earlier in the game. But they're going to go for it with 4.9 left. A touchdown ties it. The crowd rooting for the defense here. The first a timeout on the Bears, their last.
I think that's a good call here for the Bears to take the timeout. I mean, they saw the lineup here by the Ravens, know what they're possibly up against here with this final play of the first half.
Welcome in for those of you just joining us tonight, part of our doubleheader on Riverside TV. With 54 seconds in the second quarter over at Norte Vista, the Braves lead the Rams in a good one, 14-7. So this would be a 35-yard field goal for Oscar Colindres. And coming out of the timeout, the Ravens instead will elect to go for it.
Yeah.
We've seen some crazy conversions, a fake punt on a 4th and short to Jayshon Thomas. We saw a couple of incredible decisions from the Ravens, including a 4th and 1 run, which led to a touchdown. This would be the biggest of them all. Indeed, they're going to go for it. Jump ball from Joyce into single coverage, and it's ripped away.
Wow.
And that's how the half ends.
There's still essentially a 1/10 of a second.
Oh, is there?
No, it finally went to 0.
LaJohn Johnson, number 8, with a huge defensive play in the end zone. Oh my goodness, what a play from the savvy veteran LaJohn Johnson.
Wow, that could have been there, but that will expire the clock and we head into halftime.
Johnson, second on the team in pass deflections with 13 this season. That was the biggest of them all. And the Bears find themselves in front against the heavily favored Ravens 17-10. You could throw out all the over-unders and all the projections because the 3-win Pauley Bears are 2 quarters away from one of the shocking upsets of the Riverside TV season.
Interesting part is Ravens will come out to receive the football, so this puts them right back on the offensive here.
We have playoff scenarios, postseason standings, league scores and standings as well when we come back, along with, of course, the second half from King High School. The Bears lead the Ravens at the break from Riverside 17-10. We'll be back right after this quick word from Riverside TV.
Engine 1 AMR, respond with RPD for a traffic accident with injuries. In 1234 Main, cross of Columbia, 2 vehicles involved.
Each year, the Riverside City Fire Department responds to 40,000 emergency calls.
431.
And the men and women of the Riverside Police Department drive Code 3 every day.
We need your help so you know what to do when you see emergency vehicles.
Pull to the right.
Pull to the right.
Pull to the right. So help us help you.
We need you to pull to the right.
California leads the nation in railroad trespass-related fatalities. In 2021, there were 243 trespass casualties in California. We can all help reduce trespass-related incidents even further if we never trespass on railroad property for any reason. That means no biking or walking near tracks. Railroad property is private property. The only safe place to cross train tracks is at a designated crossing. September is Rail Safety Month. Please do your part. And whenever you see tracks, always think train. California leads the nation in railroad trespass-related fatalities. In 2021, there were 243 trespass casualties in California. Trespassing is one of the most challenging safety issues plaguing California's railroad corridors. In Riverside County alone, there were 19 trespass-related casualties last year. But the positive news is those numbers have dropped over the years because of the efforts of California Operation Lifesaver and partnering agencies like RCTC and Metrolink. We can all help reduce trespass-related incidents even further if we never trespass on railroad property for any reason. That means no biking or walking near tracks. Railroad property is private property. The only safe place to cross train tracks is at a designated crossing. September is Rail Safety Month, so please do your part. And whenever you see tracks, always think train. And stay off, stay away, stay safe. California leads the nation in railroad trespass-related fatalities. In 2021, there were 243 trespass casualties in California. Trespassing is one of the most challenging safety issues plaguing California's railroad corridors. In Riverside County alone, there were 19 trespass-related casualties last year. But the positive news is those numbers have dropped over the years because of the efforts of California Operation Lifesaver and partnering agencies like RCTC and Metrolink. We can all help reduce trespass-related incidents even further if we never trespass on railroad property for any reason. That means no biking or walking near tracks. Railroad property is private property. The only safe place to cross train tracks is at a designated crossing. September is Rail Safety Month, so please do your part. And whenever you see tracks, always think train. And stay off, stay away, stay safe. California leads the nation in railroad trespass-related fatalities. In 2021, there were 243 trespass casualties in California. Trespassing is one of the most challenging safety issues plaguing California's railroad corridors. In Riverside County alone, there were 19 trespass-related casualties last year. But the positive news is those numbers have dropped over the years because of the efforts of California Operation Lifesaver and partnering agencies like RCTC and Metrolink. We can all help reduce trespass-related incidents even further if we never trespass on railroad property for any reason. That means no biking or walking near tracks. Railroad property is private property. The only safe place to cross train tracks is at a designated crossing. September is Rail Safety Month, so please do your part. And whenever you see tracks, always think train. And stay off, stay away, stay safe.
Engine 1 AMR, respond with RPD for a traffic accident with injuries. In 1234 Main, cross of Columbia, 2 vehicles involved.
Each year, the Riverside City Fire Department responds to 40,000 emergency calls.
431.
And the men and women of the Riverside Police Department drive Code 3 every day.
We need your help, so you know what to do when you see emergency vehicles.
Pull to the right.
Pull to the right.
Pull to the right. So help us help you.
We need you to pull to the right.
California leads the nation in railroad trespass-related fatalities. In 2021, there were 243 trespass casualties in California. We can all help reduce trespass-related incidents even further if we never trespass on railroad property for any reason. That means no biking or walking near tracks. Railroad property is private property. The only safe place to cross train tracks is at a designated crossing. September is Rail Safety Month. Please do your part. And whenever you see tracks, always think train. California leads the nation in railroad trespass-related fatalities. In 2021, there were 243 trespass casualties in California. Trespassing is one of the most challenging safety issues plaguing California's railroad corridors. In Riverside County alone, there were 19 trespass-related casualties last year. But the positive news is those numbers have dropped over the years because of the efforts of California Operation Lifesaver and partnering agencies like RCTC and Metrolink. We can all help reduce trespass-related incidents even further if we never trespass on railroad property for any reason. That means no biking or walking near tracks. Railroad property is private property. The only safe place to cross train tracks is at a designated crossing. September is Rail Safety Month, so please do your part. And whenever you see tracks, always think train. And stay off, stay away, stay safe.
We are proud of the Riverside Police Department's tradition of integrity, service, and excellence. RPD officers are disciplined, well-trained professionals who always lean forward to make our community safer and more livable. We are always looking for mature, educated men and women who want to apply their courage and judgment to serve the people of Riverside. If that's who you are, we want to talk to you.
Engine 1 AMR, respond with RPD for a traffic accident with injuries. In 1234 Main, cross of Columbia, 2 vehicles involved.
Each year, the Riverside City Fire Department responds to 40,000 emergency calls.
431.
And the men and women of the Riverside Police Department drive Code 3 every day.
We need your help, so you know what to do when you see emergency vehicles.
Pull to the right.
Pull to the right.
Pull to the right. So help us help you.
We need you to pull to the right.
California leads the nation in railroad trespass-related fatalities. In 2021, there were 243 trespass casualties in California. We can all help reduce trespass-related incidents even further if we never trespass on railroad property for any reason. That means no biking or walking near tracks. Railroad property is private property. The only safe place to cross train tracks is at a designated crossing. September is Rail Safety Month. Please do your part. And whenever you see tracks, always think train. California leads the nation in railroad trespass-related fatalities. In 2021, there were 243 trespass casualties in California. Trespassing is one of the most challenging safety issues plaguing California's railroad corridors. In Riverside County alone, there were 19 trespass-related casualties last year. But the positive news is those numbers have dropped over the years because of the efforts of California Operation Lifesaver and partnering agencies like RCTC and Metrolink. We can all help reduce trespass-related incidents even further if we never trespass on railroad property for any reason. That means no biking or walking near tracks. Railroad property is private property. The only safe place to cross train tracks is at a designated crossing. September is Rail Safety Month, so please do your part. And whenever you see tracks, always think train.
Live local. Help support your favorite businesses with the Shop Riverside Community Card. With over 200 Riverside businesses giving exclusive discounts and offers to community card holders, there's something for everyone. Participating organizations sell these cards for only $15 each, with $10 going straight back to the organization itself, making the Shop Riverside Community Card a fantastic way to support your favorite local group. For more information about the Shop Riverside Community Card and to find participating businesses, please visit shopriversidenow.com. And don't forget to live local. Shop Riverside.
California leads the nation in railroad trespass-related fatalities. In 2021, there were 243 trespass casualties in California. We can all help reduce trespass-related incidents even further if we never trespass on railroad property for any reason. That means no biking or walking near tracks. Railroad property is private property. The only safe place to cross train tracks is at a designated crossing. September is Rail Safety Month. Please do your part. And whenever you see tracks, always think train.
Engine 1 AMR, respond with RPD for a traffic accident with injuries. In 1234 Main, cross of Columbia, 2 vehicles involved.
Each year, the Riverside City Fire Department responds to 40,000 emergency calls.
431.
And the men and women of the Riverside Police Department drive Code 3 every day.
We need your help, so you know what to do when you see emergency vehicles.
Pull to the right.
Pull to the right.
Pull to the right. So help us help you.
We need you to pull to the right. We are proud of the Riverside Police Department's tradition of integrity, service, and excellence. RPD officers are disciplined, well-trained professionals who always lean forward to make our community safer and more livable. We are always looking for mature, educated men and women who want to apply their courage and judgment to serve the people of Riverside. If that's who you are, we want to talk to you.
California leads the nation in railroad trespass-related fatalities. In 2021, there were 243 trespass casualties in California. Trespassing is one of the most challenging safety issues plaguing California's railroad corridors. In Riverside County alone, there were 19 trespass-related casualties last year. But the positive news is those numbers have dropped over the years because of the efforts of California Operation Lifesaver and partnering agencies like RCTC and Metrolink. We can all help reduce trespass-related related incidents even further if we never trespass on railroad property for any reason. That means no biking or walking near tracks. Railroad property is private property. The only safe place to cross train tracks is at a designated crossing. September is Rail Safety Month, so please do your part. And whenever you see tracks, always think train. And stay off, stay away, stay safe.
My name is Melissa Olmos, and I'm a driver operator in the Department of Refuse for the City of Riverside, and I've been doing this for 4 months already. I really enjoy it because this job is not like a routine, so every day is different. So I'm assigned to do the bookings. The residents call to the city to be serviced, and these items is large furniture, mattress, and appliance. The residents, they have 2 times a year, and these items, I put it in the back of the packer, and the packer crashes and compact these items so I can take it to the dump. My favorite part of the job is driving the truck. Since I was younger, my dream was to be a driver. And now that the City of Riverside gave me this opportunity, I really enjoy it. I'm really proud of what I do because when I go to the residents' houses, I see the faces, they're happy because we're picking up the items they don't want anymore. So I try to get in here because this is a better job for me with a better stability. And I want to too because I want to set a good example for my 2 daughters that I have. One of my hobbies that I have is go hiking. I like the outside activities like camping, and I also enjoy riding motorcycles. If I have to describe my job in one word, it will be perfect.
Today is our very first building of a Little Free Pantry. We are building a Little Free Pantry in our community. It will be one of the 26 throughout Riverside that will help fill the gaps of food scarcity here in Riverside. Data is telling us now that 1 in 6 families are hungry. It's about 44% of adults and about 50% of children that are hungry here within our own neighborhood, in our own backyard.
Because of the pandemic, there's a lot of hunger out there. There's a lot of families in need, and we hope that this will act as a bridge until families are able to get.
Joyce had 15 on 4 carries.
4 for 15.
Thanks. Okay, man?
Welcome back to King High School in Riverside. Nick Rice, J.R. Ibarra will give you stats from this game, but first let's look around the league as we prepare you for the CIF Southern Section playoffs beginning next week. Bears lead at the break 17-10. At the half, Hillcrest leads Arlington 17-14, a big game of consequence for division rankings in the Southern Section postseason. Patriot knocked out La Sierra in a rout 49-14 yesterday. Harupa Hills over Summit 13-7. In our other Riverside TV game, Notre Vista is up on Ramona 17-7. And also King was thumped last night to the Rams of Murrieta Mesa 31-14. North, I don't think that this will matter, but just in case, they may be scoreboard watching the game between Elsinore and Temescal Canyon. A loss for Elsinore. Maybe the Huskies could sneak in after their win yesterday. Well, the game is tied at 0, so we'll have to see how that one pans out. Kickoff to begin the second half. And here he goes from inside of the 5-yard line. A good return from Devon Brown. And that'll set up the Ravens at around the 40 to begin the second half.
This is kind of a crucial series here for both these squads, because whoever can come out with the advantage here might set the tempo for the rest of this football game.
Plenty of offense in this thrilling football game tonight. One of the best halves of offense we've seen all year on Riverside TV.
And you know what? The Ravens starting off on a bad note here as they got hit for a penalty.
Now, this is a team ravaged by penalties in the first half. I want to say this is now their
number 6.
Yeah.
Number 6.
So 5 flags on the Ravens in the first half. Meanwhile, just 1 for the Bears. They'll begin the half on the ground, and Concepcion plunges his way to about the 15 for a modest gain of about 3. The Pauley Bears in just 24 minutes of action. The Bears had 300 yards of offense, the Ravens 226. So we saw 5.5 football fields of offense played in just 2 quarters tonight in a game between teams that didn't do this much of the season. First completion of the half, here's Sims to the outside, and Stokely knocks him out with a late flag down.
Might get hit. I should say the Bears might get hit for a masking call on this one.
Interesting. Sims with another catch for Vista Del Lago.
Yeah, that's what it is.
All right, as we sort this out, let's look at the top 25 in this all of high school football. St. John Bosco's the number 3 team in the country right now, number 1 of the state. At the half against Orange Lutheran, they lead their league rival 23-7. Across the Trinity League, number 5 Mater Dei is up on Santa Margarita 21-7. Meanwhile, across the I-91 in Corona, the Centennial Huskies yesterday blanked Norco 55-0. This pass is complete to Fabian Bolanos to the 36 on a gain of 9. And to round out the top 25, Sierra Canyon at the half leads the Eagles of Chaminade 27-3. And the Serra Padres up north, they're up on Valley Christian at the half 14-7. That is your look around the high school football top 25. A first down run and more for the diving Justin Concepcion. A gain of about 8 on the ground. And through a minute and a half, the Ravens have 2 first downs. 10th first down of the game for Vista Del Lago. From the 45, Concepcion on the ground. Gains about 2. Benitez with the stop.
Yeah, Concepcion had 33 yards in that first half of play.
Number 24, Justin Concepcion, the ball carrier.
That was on 6 carries.
Yeah, both clubs, but Vista Del Lago certainly leaned on the services of Larry Joyce much more than the running game in that half. Off a tunnel screen, here goes Camion Sims. He gets a great block. Across the 40 goes Sims. And he's finally knocked down at the Bears 37. Michael Gaines knocked him down. Larry Joyce went 8 of 16 with 122 yards in the first half, added 15 more on the ground. The quarterback has been brilliant, and they come out with a hurry-up offense to begin the third. The Ravens with Concepcion, his 9th run of the night, and it's a strong one. The Bears can't seem to bring him down. 1st and 10 on a pickup of 14.
Now, this is what we saw from Vista Del Lago early in the first quarter, and they've come right back to that same schematic, and it's definitely working for them.
Now, the Ravens lead the league in scoring, and Justin Concepcion, a big reason why, is he came in the number 1 tailback in this league with touchdowns, 9 of them in as many games. That is off of the hands of the target, and Benitez picks him off.
Is that
what
a pick?
play.
Yeah, it is a pick. Man. Great defensive work. Let's see if we can hopefully get a second chance to look at that one.
The receiver dropped the ball, and it caroms right into the hands of the Bears defenders.
Let's take another look at this one. I'm actually wondering if it hit the ground. We'll see what happens here.
Not that it'll matter with no review. Nope. I'd say clean. Now, obviously, we didn't get the perfect angles. The body went in the way.
I'm a little unsure on that one.
Right.
But they've got it.
Off the play fake, Aguilar will take off.
Flag on the play.
And the fans are thinking, too, it's holding, certainly in the area on that flag. Just the Bears' second flag of the game if it's on Pauly.
Yeah, I think there was a little tug on the jersey there.
And the officials feel the same way. The Bears went wild in the first half offensively with 300 total yards, led by their quarterback, Victor Aguilar, who went 15 of 19 for 220 yards himself, added 10 more on the ground, and had 2 touchdowns in the first half, 1 on the ground and 1 through the air. A sensational half for Victor Aguilar.
Only the third flag of the game here for the Bears.
By far and away his best half of football in any game all season for Pauly, and it came in a big spot with the playoffs on the line. A little miscommunication between Aguilar and Matthew Henry, incomplete.
Incomplete pass intended for number 81.
Yeah, Henry was not even looking in the same direction as the ball was coming towards his way.
A rare miscue from quarterback to receiver, as Aguilar was nearly perfect in that first half. And it's amazing to think this is turning into football weather right at the time you'd think the offenses would start to slow down. 60 degrees and a little wind from left to right of the quarterback's face. It's second and long, and Aguilar's throwing anyways, nearly picked off. Devin Walker knocks it away.
That was close. Taking a second look at this one. Wow.
Number 10, Joshua Dominguez Wales was the intended target, and he had a fine first half, but not quite as big as Majay Allen, who went 4 catches for 98 yards, and he split all the way to the right of your screen on a huge 3rd and 20. They'd love to at least move the ball a bit to set up a better punting situation. They'll set up Allen on the screen. He gets by 1. Allen with a block. First down and out at the 34-yard line.
Nice execution by the Bears.
Now there is a flag down on the area of holding. I think they may have gotten a block in the back on that play. Shoved out by Desmond Woods, number 3.
Yeah, it's coming back.
And it's coming back.
What a shame. What a shame.
Well, the Bears may be the best offense in the country on 3rd downs in 20 yards or more. I mean, we just saw them convert not 1 but 2 of those. 1 came a yard away, but another one converted by a long shot, and then there they go on 3rd and 20 again.
Yeah, you know, it's not like they haven't done this before, so this is doable. It almost seems like when their backs are against the wall, that's when they're able to dig into it and come up with something.
That's when they feel comfortable in these scenarios. And, you know, they just got experience. It's now 3rd and 19 as they wind up gaining a yard on that penalty. You can see the explosive ability of a senior, Majay Allen. The guy's averaging nearly 20 yards a catch this season and just went for 24.5 on 4 grabs in the first half. The Bears offense could not be stopped in the first 2 quarters, but they may just be stopped by penalty here in the 3rd. Here's a 3rd and 19 for Aguilar and the offense. Ravens line up in a nickel defense this time. Well, they'll go ground, and Thomas is caught and dropped in the hole by Amir Stevens, number 4.
Yeah, trying to catch the defense off guard with a draw-type play, and unfortunately does not gain the yardage needed here.
Now, you know, in JR, I think this is part of your logic to going for deep shots on 3rd and 4th and long. I mean, it'll absolutely rejuvenate and energize a football team if you know, go for a big play on a 3rd or 4th and long. I think running the ball there may not be the sort of thing that energizes a team.
Well, false start. This is going against Pauly. Wow, interesting. They had
against the Bears.
Really no kind of flags here in the
this crowd is
first
getting
half.
Beside itself. What a football game tonight, and the Bears have so far put together an upset performance. Certainly upset alert on the Ravens right now. Vista Del Lago 7-2, knew they needed a win to clinch a playoff spot, and the Bears are trying to play spoilers tonight. Outstanding punts from Talon Samoski, fourth in the CIF Southern section in punt average this season, and that was a beauty all the way to the Ravens 43.
Yeah, again, the kicking game from both of these squads has been impressive, and there was another example of that right there by Samoski.
Samoski averages 44 yards per punt this season. That was a punt of 45. Ravens will take the field for their next drive as the offense ended their last drive with a punt as they picked up 2 first downs and then stalled in Bears territory. They're near Bears territory to begin this sequence. In the middle of the third, down 7, Concepcion wrapped up with a 47-yard line. Eduardo Martinez with the stop.
The ball carrier, tackled by number 51, Eddie Martinez. Let's go, D!
For those of you joining us, you missed an incredible first half. Fireworks from both. The quarterbacks combined for well over 300 yards and 3 touchdowns total. Off of the bubble screen, it's a first down pickup. The league's #1 receiver in receptions, yards, and touchdowns with the grab, Fabian Bolanos, with the first down pickup for Vista Del Lago.
Number 8, LeSean Johnson.
A first down inside of the Bear 45. And they'll go to the air again. Camion Sims with plenty of room. He crawls ahead to the 33. Another first down pickup for the Ravens. Michael Gaines Jr. with the stop. The first down battle in the first half won by the Bears by 4. The Ravens are +4 on first downs in the second half. They look like the better team coming out of the locker room right now. Joyce on the 4th play of the drive, going for it all, and he's got a man out there, but it's a little over the head of Sims, and incomplete.
Incomplete pass intended for number 12, Camion Sims.
Sims has definitely been the favorite target tonight here by Joyce.
And had he laid that one a little bit shorter, that is a walk-in score for Camion Sims. As the Ravens try and tie this one up, the Bears, wire to wire, have either tied or led it. The Ravens searching for their first lead, and this drive will go a long way to that against the underdog Bears tonight. Concepcion with a hole. Pulled down to the 26-yard line. Benitez with the stop, and he was there for the critical interception to end the Ravens' last drive.
By number 24, Izzy Morales.
Third down and about 5 yards to go. Joyce gets rid of it to an open Concepcion, who delivers a huge hit on Johnson. No, that's 2. Michael Gaines Jr., first down, Vista Del Lago.
Knocked out of bounds by number 2, Michael Gaines Jr.
Just the 3rd reception of the night here for Concepcion, but it comes at a good time there to pick up that first down.
Joyce on a bootleg. Pressure's coming, and the quarterback goes down. Elijah Ramirez with the sack.
I think Ramirez kind of paid for that because he's down on the turf injured now.
And he's having a career game for the Bears. A couple of sacks tonight for Ramirez. He had none all year, but it is a big moment for him to step up for that defense.
2nd sack of the night for the Pauley Bears. But it looks like they'll have to tend to see what his injury was.
Yeah, an incredible drive from Vista Del Lago. The team's going hurry up, and that's catching the Bears' defense off guard.
Yeah, this is a lot like, as we mentioned, this is like what we saw in the first part of that first quarter.
Right, they came out firing, scoring a field goal and a touchdown to end their first 2 drives. Here's the play again. Just a simple bootleg, and Joyce didn't see Ramirez coming in from his blind side.
Let's see what might have happened to Ramirez here. I don't know. I don't know if it's just a turf burn, maybe. I don't know.
Right, yeah, it looked like a simple play. Maybe his foot hit him in the... He loses, you can lose your breath on a play like that.
Yeah.
The foot's kind of stuck in the wrong spot.
Yeah, that's very possible. Yeah, he's getting up, which is good.
Good job by the training staff. This is an opportunity for us to mention as well the playoff scenarios. As Vista Del Lago, once again, it was a leg. It wasn't a loss of breath, but looks like he'll be fine. Vista Del Lago absolutely is in with a win. Pauley with the win. They're 4-6, 2-1 in the Sun Belt. They'd be tied for the best record in the league. And while they wouldn't have the overall record to win it, they should make it, even with a losing record.
And it's not surprising to see teams with losing records wind up in a CIF bid.
Right. We've seen it before. Off the direct snap, Fabian Bolanos, who scored on a 56-yard touchdown earlier in the game on a similar play like that. Martinez makes the stop, and a crucial third down is coming up for the Ravens.
Yeah, the Bears really need to step up on this one. This could really make a difference here.
And, you know, this was about the spot where Vista Del Lago went for a touchdown right around the same side spot, same side of the field to close the first half. So maybe they go for it if they don't move the ball on 3rd and 10.
Yeah, I would say when you're this far down into this territory, you're going to have to think about doing it here, even if they get to a 4th down situation.
Now, the red area has been a cause of concern for the Ravens throughout the game. Joyce with a chance to tie it. Outstanding tackle from Lejon Johnson. Carter with the catch, but he didn't get far at all.
Number 8, Lejon Johnson.
Looks like it might, well, I guess they're going to give him forward progress on that. May not be a loss on the play.
I don't know about running a route that short of the marker on a 3rd and 10.
Yeah, that was an interesting play call.
Well, they foregone a field goal on their last trip here, but it looks like they will bring out the kicking group right now. This is number 80, Oscar Colindres, who buried the field goal earlier in the game, a 23-yarder, and is 2 for 3 on the season. This one from 35. The kick is long enough, high enough, and it's right down Broadway.
Nicely done.
That is a huge kick. I mean, he had about 15 extra yards to spare. We've got a 4-point ball game with under 4 left in the 3rd.
Nice drive. Got to hand it to the Bears for getting things done defensively to keep them from scoring a touchdown, but nonetheless, there's 3 on the board here for the Ravens.
A great football game tonight. Pauley leads it 17-13.
Thank you for joining us here on Riverside TV. It's been a great season. It's amazing, Nick, and we've talked about it. It just seemed like just yesterday we're in week 0 in scorching heat, and now we're beginning to freeze a little bit.
Some more than others. You know, I figured coming in, it's going to be a little cold, but we haven't had much of this in the.
No.
Just randomly. There's been like a couple of cold fronts that'll come in, but not on Friday nights.
Yeah.
It's like, perfect.
Yeah,
first time of the year we get a cold football game.
Yeah, as you mentioned, this is the first football weather we have felt all season long.
Now the up man's got it, and he is in danger of losing big yardage, and it looks like he's going to anyways.
Flags are flying all over the place. There's probably an illegal block in there someplace, but I think there also could have been a potential masking call as well. We'll see what happens.
Right, Maddox Long was on the return for the Bears.
So the Bears, which I believe only had 1 flag all first half, now wind up potentially with another one here.
Great football game tonight. But the Bears, who have been stagnant in the second half.
Yeah, legal block.
Right. Except for a huge blow with the penalty.
7th flag of the night here for the Bears. Excuse me, 6th flag of the night.
I think you got 3. That was my last count. 6 on the Ravens, 3 on the Bears, something like that. As Thomas sweeps to his left and is spilled at about the 23-yard line. Ja'Shawn Thomas and Justin Concepcion, 2 of the premier running backs in the area, let alone the Sun Belt League. And both have run the ball well given their limited opportunities. And I'd say the Bears, not a bad idea to go back to their bread and butter and run the football with Thomas.
Yeah, absolutely. I think from a standpoint of being in control of the clock, this would behoove them. Another flag.
I think the motion man stepped up a little too early that time. Yep,
sure
full
did.
start.
Yep.
Izzy Morales.
Start against the Bears.
And that'll wipe out all of the yardage gained on the Thomas run. It's second down with 3:15 to play in the third. The Bears have yet to gain a single first down in the second half after 12 in the first half. This offense is completely cooled off in the third. They'll try and run it with a read option here, and it looks like he's down. Jeremiah Luna got the call there and gained 6.
Ooh, is Aguilar down?
Now they said, the PA guys said Aguilar, but that was Jeremiah Luna on the run. Now, according to the stat sheet, it is a rare run for Jeremiah Luna.
Wow, it looks like they're really tending to that right knee, which is not good.
Yeah, training staff came out, and now there's the head coach, Jerron Gilbert.
Whenever you have the head coach come out, you know that it has a touch of seriousness to it.
Mm-hmm. Now, he did give the thumbs up to Jerron Gilbert. It looks like he'll be all right. All 6'5", 6'6" of them, something like that. I mean, the guy, he looks thin now, but he played D-line in the NFL.
Yeah.
Jerron Gilbert did.
Here's a coach who spent time in the NFL, so he obviously had the muscle and meat behind him during that time in his tenure of playing in the NFL.
Yeah, you usually see guys, you know, you're working out all the time, then all of a sudden after you retire, you're not working out nearly as much. It's easy to kind of lose control. The opposite happened for Jerron Gilbert. He looks as thin and as lean as ever.
He's ready to go. He's ready to throw those pads back on.
That's right. Whatever it takes. Yep, number 6, Jeremiah Luna.
Yeah, looks like there is an issue with his legs, so.
Now the seniors turned in an incredible year on defense, but that is a rare run for him on offense. And for the Bears, who had been pretty healthy most of the season, this is a big blow for them here in a huge football game with the playoffs on the line.
Yeah, that was Luna's first and only carry of the night here. Does pose a 3rd and 5 scenario here for the Bears.
A heavyweight battle early. Both offenses scored on each of their first 2 drives. We were tied at 10 early in the second. Both have cooled off to an extent.
Oh, man.
False start on number 68, Keon Timo.
Wow.
False start against the Bears.
The flags have been flying here for the Bears.
Now, Victor Aguilar, the quarterback, with a career day. In the first half, throws for 220 and has 2 total touchdowns. But he's going to need to make something happen here. The offense is falling apart with the penalties. It's 3rd down and 10, and he'll throw it. He looks right, pumps, dances to his left. Nothing open downfield. A flag is down. This could be another sack.
Yeah.
Or another holding penalty. As Lazaro Montez brings him down.
Yeah, there was just nobody out there to toss it to, and Aguilar's just scrambling for his life. Unfortunately, it looks like draws a penalty on one of the. Let's see the hold there.
Oh, that was Sevion Alonso. My apologies. Yep, a hold.
4th down for the Bears.
Incredible to see the turnaround for the Bears. And, you know, had it not been for the Morales interception, Vista Del Lago would have had a shot to lead by this point. I mean, the third quarter, it's incredible what happened at the half. A completely different football game since the first 2 quarters of the game. Some punt here from Samoski, not returnable.
Wow, nice bounce.
And it takes a huge bounce. I mean, my goodness, all the way to the Ravens 36-yard line. That goes down as a 49-yard punt.
That's what a good kicker will do for you.
That's a good distance if you're an NFL punter, not just a high school punter.
Yeah, you know, Samoski might get himself some looks here by some colleges out there. I don't know if anybody's quite scouting him as of yet.
I'm sure just anyone looking at the statistics would love a punter with that sort of leg. 1:47 to go in the third. Back and forth between the Ravens and the Bears. But Vista Del Lago is searching for its first lead of the night. A game with 2 ties, 2 lead changes. First down at the 36-yard line. Concepcion, a workhorse in this one, taken down by Gaines on a pickup of 8.
Justin Concepcion, the ball carrier.
Nice work by Concepcion. He was being rather patient there, looking for the blocking wall to formulate. Nice pickup.
Under 2 minutes left in the third, the Ravens have had 2 promising drives in a row, ending with an interception and a field goal here to begin the second half. So it's not as though the Ravens haven't had mistakes and some missed opportunities too, and here's another on the loss of 5.
Well, it seems like the referees have become awfully active here in the second half of play.
You know, they know that Riverside TV is live tonight too, so.
Yeah, they wanted to get some camera time.
Right.
Got to get that camera time going.
Don't hate the player, hate the game, okay? JR? A second down and 7. Joyce completes to Fabian Bolanos. And he can't get by the first defender. I mean, the Bears from sideline to sideline are covering as well as they've got all year.
Great stop here for the Bears. Virtually no gainer on this one at all.
Reggie Matthews, number 34, with the tackle. The playoffs right around the corner out of the Sun Belt League. We've got ourselves a good one. Joyce is hit as he throws off of the helmet of one of the Bears and incomplete. And he's beside himself. A.J. Renteria could have had his first pick of the season. He just turned around.
Yeah, Majay Allen was hitting the turf there too. He thought he could get a handle on it. Take another look at this one. Actually, it tipped it. Boy, there was a couple of Bears that had the opportunity.
24 seconds left in the third of a back-and-forth battle. Vista Del Lago has crawled back to within 4 after the field goal from Calindris on the last drive. And the Bears will set up shop at their own 29 on the final seconds of the third quarter.
Yeah, that's a pretty decent place to start.
Well, good work by our great Ghazal Hassan, who projects CIF Southern Section playoffs. He looks at everything from at-large bids to CIF rankings and strength of schedule and all the analytics.
Right.
So, according to him, if the playoffs started today, Vista Del Lago would be a Division 8 playoff team playing with Tahquitz, Summit, and Diamond Ranch in the Division 8. Meanwhile, he projects Ramona and Hillcrest to play in Division 11, King in Division 6, and Notre Vista in Division 5. The Pauley Bears currently are on the outside looking in, and a loss would ensure that they are out. They need to win and maybe even a bit of help too. Here's Henry on the tunnel screen, spun down to the 37 on the final play of the third quarter. Camion Sims with the stop.
Pass complete to number 81, Matt Henry. Tackled on the play by number 12, Camion Sim.
Okay, final quarter of the regular season.
Hard to believe.
And we got ourselves a really good ball game here. Boy, if you love high school football, you got to be entertained by what's happening tonight here from King High School.
Incredible football game tonight. Let's recap for folks just joining us on Riverside TV. The two offenses could not be stopped. A field goal and a touchdown for both Vista Del Lago and Pauley. We were tied at 10 with just 2 minutes gone by in the second quarter. It looked like we were going to have a barn burner tonight from King High School. A total of 20 first downs and 526 yards of offense in the first half. But things considerably changed after the halftime break. We saw Reggie Matthews pick off a pass from Larry Joyce off of a tip drill. Also a field goal made and missed from the Bears and from the Ravens respectively. And here we go, start of the fourth quarter after a much better defensive effort from both. Thomas begins the quarter with an inside run, a gain of maybe a yard that time in front of number 42, Devin Walker.
Number 7, Jay Sean Thomas, the ball carrier.
Yeah,
by number 12.
That'll be the 12th carry of the night.
Thomas with 3 in the second half. Setting up 3rd and inches. It wouldn't be a bad idea to lean on their workhorse. Here's Thomas. They'll fake it to him, and the defense wasn't ready for it. First down run out of the read option for Aguilar. Ravens say they have.
I think the ball was popped out by the ground. I don't think this is a fumble. We'll see. We'll take another look.
Great job by the officials. Yes, I think he was down by contact, and they say yes, down by contact. Oh no, it wasn't down by contact. And the Ravens clearly recovered.
Well, I don't know. His knee might. Boy, we'd love to see that again.
Darian Sewell was there to scoop it up.
Boy, that was right on the edge.
I mean, if he wasn't down, the Ravens clearly got the ball.
Yeah. Looks like the Bears will take advantage of this one.
That's the second close call of the night, and the Ravens get the break, or the Bears get the break.
Yeah, another potential offsides here. Oh, man. That is what there's maybe 5th or 6th offside call here in this entire game.
Yeah. Mr. Delago, a little anxious, but, that's the second time we've seen that. Reggie Matthews off of that tip drill interception, we got a good angle of it, might have, the ball might have been bounced off the ground first, and then that fumble ruled down by contact from Victor Aguilar. Sometimes when you want to pull off an upset, you need a break here or a break there, and they've got it tonight. Blitz coming. Aguilar hit as he throws. Finds his man out of the backfield, and Henry is stuffed. 2nd and 5 coming up.
Yeah, may not be any gainer if they give him forward progress here.
To number 81, Matt Henry. Tackled by number 4, Amir Stevens.
Kind of crazy down to the last 10 minutes of the season here.
Yeah. According to the CIF, these are the rules. Vista Del Lago, despite a 7-2 start to the season, their postseason berth is still not assured. Incomplete to Matthew Padilla, the junior. Despite the offsides penalty, the Bears now face 3rd and 5 after 2 plays for nothing.
Yeah, it all comes down to selection Sunday, this coming Sunday. So right about noontime is usually when CIF will release all the different rankings and divisions and the brackets, if you will.
Right. Now, we talked about it earlier about the playoff schools out of Riverside set to be in, according to Ghazal Hassan's projections, and it's very close to accurate. I mean, he's been renowned for years. Listen, usually 6 or 7 schools make it out of Riverside. It's amazing only 4 are scheduled to make it this year, but Pauley could be the 5th with a win tonight. Hit as he throws. That is dropped by Allen. Marvelous first half. A huge drop on 3rd down in the second half.
Boy, it looks like Allen was just made the turn upfield before he got a good handle on it. As we'll take a second look at this one. Yeah, man, it was right there. He is definitely kicking himself. Brings up a 4th down scenario, and Bears will have to punt this one away.
Well, when Najee Allen caught the 26-yard touchdown from Victor Aguilar, the Bears led 17-10 with 2:58 left in the second. Since that moment, the Bears' offense has been incredibly stagnant. They just can't seem to move the ball at all and couldn't convert on a 1st and 5. Samoski with a sensational punt.
Looks good.
Sims trying to get under it, but he'll let the ball bounce, and it stops at about the 13-yard line. Vista Del Lago, 9:34 left in the ball game. The high-powered Ravens offense with a chance to take the lead.
This opens up the door here for the Ravens to see if they can generate something here as we're down to just about 9.5 remaining in this 23 season.
Now, if Vista Del Lago did not lose on the 6th to Paloma Valley, 35-32, they wouldn't even be in this scenario. The Ravens could still miss at 7-3, but their chances of missing are very, very slim. I mean, they would need some bad stuff to happen because they could still go 7-3 and, maybe earn an at-large bid with that record. Concepcion is spilled at about the 19-yard line. And, you know, they can make exceptions because, you know, Ghazal Hassan projected 4 teams would make it out of the River Valley League, and he projected 6 teams, all 6 would make it out of the Trinity League, that being the league with Bosco, Mater Dei, Orange Lutheran, and company. So they can make exceptions, but there's only so many spots for the playoffs out of the CIF. First down run to the inside from Justin Concepcion. Linebacker A.J. Renteria with the stop.
Tackled by number 2, Michael Gaines Jr.
Yeah, you just never know when we get down to Selection Sunday, things happen that tend to be out of the ordinary.
Oh, yes. Because they look at a lot of different stuff, from strength of schedule to win-loss record to league standings and all that. Concepcion stuffed in the backfield by Stokely. Keaton Stokely, number 65, having his best performance all year.
Wow. Comes up with about a 3-yard loss on that shoestring tackle.
Yeah, he's lined up as the starting defensive end for them and has been highly disruptive against this high-powered Ravens offense tonight. On second down,
flags again.
Now flag. Offsides on the Bears.
On Pauly. Interesting. Haven't seen that.
Plenty of fireworks early in the game, but both offenses have stalled, even though the Ravens in the second half have done a better job moving it. The problem is the turnover and the red zone miscues to hamper each of their last 2 drives. Vista Del Lago under 9 left in the game. Here is Larry Joyce, who's gone cold off a 3-step drop. He fires to his left, and that is dropped, knocked away by Lejon Johnson.
Incomplete pass intended for number 14, Jason Hicks.
Now the Bears currently are down one of their best defenders, Jeremiah Luna, number 6. We saw him go down with the injury on a design run on offense. But right now, the Bears, even with Luna out of the game, are covering these receivers very well.
Crucial third down here for the Ravens.
They need 7. Sims, hit by Stokely, taken down by a host of Bears. And that's 4th down coming up for the Ravens.
Boy, Bears have made some really nice adjustments defensively to keep that passing game kind of cooled down here by the Ravens.
Incredible to see the number 1 scoring offense in all of the Sun Belt League on 36 points per game. Vista Del Lago was embarrassing defenses this season. Incredible to see the Bears hold them to 1 field goal in the second half.
Well, Jerron Gilbert, the head coach, is also the defensive coordinator, so he definitely had a nice game plan coming into tonight's contest.
Absolutely. Low line drive from Colindres. Stopped at the 42-yard line. A punt of 42 with nothing on the return. 6:58 left in the game. You know, by this feel, I mean, there's still plenty of football left without the defenses are playing.
Yeah, most definitely. This will be a very challenging series of downs here for the Bears.
The Bears, with a win, could get into the postseason. As mentioned, this team has faced all sorts of challenges with missing the playoffs and only winning 1 postseason game in the last decade. If they make it to the playoffs, they'd most likely be in a very low division, and that could really bode well for them going on some sort of a run. And it all comes down to the final few minutes of this one. Thomas is denied, hammered by Joseph Ramirez and a host of Ravens with 6:49 left in the game.
Yeah, if the Bears can manage to hold on to this one and take this kind of momentum into CIF, I mean, it's not an unfeasible thing where they can get themselves through a couple of rounds there.
Right, absolutely. They'd be in probably one of the lowest divisions, 14, 13, 12, something like that. I mean, incredible job for them to make the postseason as the Sun Belt's at-large bid. If you're going to help grind out the clock and win the game, you may need to lean on the best running back in the league by yardage, Jay-Sean Thomas, or an offsides penalty. You know, that's been working too.
Aguilar definitely did that one on purpose on the snap count, and he came up with a nice, easy 5-yard pickup.
You know, he must have learned from the great Aaron Rodgers, who's the hard snap king, hard count king in the NFL. That doesn't go down to the stat sheet, JR, but that is some play.
That does help. That definitely helps, especially since the tendency by the Ravens has been to be offsides.
Martinez, the block out of the half-loaded pistol, paving the way for a first down run.
Wow.
Jay-Sean Thomas pulled in by Sims all the way to the Raven 38-yard line.
Just we needed Jay-Sean to do something. He makes things happen. Clock keeps moving here, too, so this really works the advantage of the Bears.
A 14-yard carry that gives them over 50 for the game, I believe, unofficially. Well, if the Bears score a touchdown on this drive, they could basically put this one away if they use up enough clock on this drive. So it's all coming down to these final moments in the regular season. It'll be an incredible thought for years to come for these great football players.
Oh, I think this one will go against the Bears, though. Unfortunately, Andre Johnson on that left side of the line there for the Bears. Got a little too anxious.
Mistaken by Hall of Fame great Andre Johnson of the Texans.
We can call him Andre the Giant, though, because he's 6'2", 235 pounds. I think he's more than 235.
I'd say you're probably right.
Yeah. He's a big kid. He's been to In-N-Out a couple times.
Oh, well, I've been in and out a couple of times. What are you trying to say, JR? Thomas is stopped at the 41-yard line.
Number 7, Jay-Sean Thomas, the ball carrier. Tackled by number 42.
Keeps the clock moving, though, which is to the advantage of the Bears.
Now, it should be noted, both schools have all of their timeouts. So, you know, this is a huge moment for them to try and grind out the clock and win the game. And what a leader Victor Aguilar is in this spot, knowing that he was asked to be the hero throwing the ball 19 times when he averages only 8 attempts a game. That was 19 of the first half, and now he's largely been a guy handing off the ball to his star running back, Jay-Sean Thomas. On second down, they'll feed him again, and he is upended immediately. Amir Stevens on the blitz. He almost took the handoff and makes the stop about a yard in the backfield.
Does keep the clock rolling, though, as we'll take it under 4 minutes.
I mean, the Bears, they could run as much clock as they want, but they really need another couple first downs. And, you know, think about it, Paulie, on 3rd and long, they've been perfect tonight. We'll see if they do it again.
Yeah, both teams have all timeouts left, so it'll be getting down to clock management here in just a bit. Have we mentioned the pep rally yet?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Pep rally tonight.
Now, let's see how they do on 3rd and 13. There'll be a lot to rally and pep about with a conversion here.
Well, I think maybe a timeout finally. No.
Delay a game.
Oh, delay of game.
Interesting.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, the penalties have really hurt this football team in the second half.
Oh, the Bears have really struggled with flags here in the second half.
Right. So the pep rally, you brought it up. This is a Riverside TV broadcast where we break down every score and every playoff scenario from across the southern section in the Inland Empire on the pep rally at 11 p.m. Pacific.
Wow.
Aguilar is taken down for a critical sack with 3 minutes left to go. That's Sevion Lonzo with the pressure with 3:04 to play, and I think a timeout's been called.
Man, that comes at a crucial time here for the Ravens.
Yep. Yes, timeout Vista Del Lago.
Stops the clock at 3:04, so they'll have plenty of time to work with. Really, Samoski needs a pretty good boot here. Try to pin back the Ravens as far back
now,
into the
I
territory.
wonder why the coach was yelling at the quarterback. I mean, 3rd and long, you don't want to get crazy and throw a deep shot and maybe get picked off. But here we go. This is head coach Mike Toohey.
Yeah,
the Ravens, under his watch, have made the playoffs each of the last 3 playoff seasons.
Great turnaround by Coach Toohey on this program.
Yeah, the team finished 9-4 each of the last 2 years, and what a heartbreak. The club lost in the semifinals to Northwood 2 years in a row. The same team in the same round of the postseason. So I'm sure they're looking at the Northwood schedule, hoping that they don't meet them in the playoff bracket.
This is a very important punt here by Samoski.
3:04 left. A low snap that he juggles, but gets rid of the punt cleanly.
Nice.
Sims, drifting to his right, will not take a chance.
Wow, nicely done.
Out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Now, you can see at the bottom corner of your screen on the left, Jeremiah Luna, their star defender, the team leader in deflections, one of the top 5 tacklers in the southern section. He's being tended to right now, and he is going to check in. Jeremiah Luna, you're going to have to drag him off the field with 2:56 to go.
Yeah, absolutely. If he has anything left in the fuel tank, he's going to put it all in the line here with only less than 3 to play.
Crowd on the edges of its seat with 2:56 left. Vista Del Lago, this could be their final drive of the season. Joyce pumps, rolls left, throws downfield. There's Sims at the 30. And Johnson drags him out at the 38-yard line. The Ravens, the #1 scoring offense in this league. That'll help. A 25-yard strike for a team stagnant in the half. That is a massive play to get them going.
7th catch of the night for Sims.
And one of the biggest pass plays of the ball game from quarterback Larry Joyce, who's nearly 200 yards in this one. Quick flip to his right. There is Fabian Bolanos, taken down to the 42-yard line by Michael Gaines Jr., a pickup of 5. 2:34, tick, tick, tick. 2 timeouts left for the Ravens. Devin Harden, number 37. Part of the 4 defensive back package for them. Joyce dropped. Bolanos had a step and the first down.
Boy, time clock now becomes pretty crucial here at 2:18.
The Ravens have yet to lead in the game tonight. After the Colindres field goal with 3:57 left in the third quarter, Vista Del Lago has gone punt, and punt again. They have gone cold in the second half, and now the crowd is rooting on the defense.
Got to believe if they don't convert, they'll go for it on a 4th down.
Joyce on 3rd and 5. Pressure's coming, and he's taken down by Matthews. It's a Bears sack with 2:09 to play.
3rd sack of the night for the Bears defense comes at a real crucial time in this contest.
And that timeout called earlier from the Ravens looms large. They've only got 2 left. Pauly with a chance to rescue the season.
Yeah, you know they got to go for it here.
High drama from Riverside. 4th and 12. Here's Joyce looking deep. Pressure's coming again.
Oh, wow.
And he cannot get rid of it. Romero
man.
with the sack. 1:37 to go.
Oh, baby.
Larry Joyce sacked for a loss by number 29. Jorge Romero. Ball goes over to the Bears. 1st and 10.
In the most important football game of the season, a huge credit to the Pauley Bears defense for their performance all night.
Again, Coach Gilbert obviously did probably a whole lot of study this week to see what he needed to do to stop this passing game by Larry Joyce.
Now, the Ravens got the ball in the final seconds of the third quarter, down by 4. And the Bears defense subsequently, with the playoffs up for grabs, delivered on 4 consecutive drives. They forced either a turnover or a punt on each of the 4 drives the Ravens had with a chance to lead the game. And now all the Bears need is 1 first down, and the playoffs are a possibility for Pauley. A gain of about 5 on the first down run. Timeout, Vista Del Lago.
Yeah, not a surprise that Coach Tui immediately called the timeout on that one.
I mean, Vista Del Lago was enormous favorites tonight. Maybe not by way of the Bears faithful. They, I'm sure, felt that this was a game, but, I mean, Vista Del Lago from week 1 to week 10 was the better football team, and here come the Bears with a chance to make the playoffs.
Yeah, the game plan has just been to a T here for the Poly Bears, and as we mentioned, if they can pull this one out and take this kind of, play into the playoffs, this could really bode well for them.
Now, Poly began the season 1-6. I mean, it is one of the most incredible turnarounds we've seen in Riverside since last year's Arlington run, where they started 0-8 and made the playoffs. The Bears a chance to win 3 in a row, knocking out Rancho Christian and Lakeside on the road, and have Vista Del Lago, the league's #1 team, on the ropes right now. Here's Thomas in the backfield after the timeout. 1:29 to go, and the crowd on its feet.
Flag on the play. Nah,
false start.
Wow. Did not come at an opportune time here for the Bears.
Say the least. First down wins the game and gives you a shot for the playoffs, and I'd say a good shot for the playoffs. But of course, nothing's official until Sundays in the CIF. 2nd and 12. Here's Thomas. A good idea to feature him, and he powers his way close. A gain of about 6. One of the first there, junior Willie Johnson.
Looks like the final timeout taken here by Vista Del Lago.
Timeout taken by the Ravens.
I think the game plan's pretty clear here. You want to go with the guy that got you here, Jay-Sean Thomas. But if you don't get the 3rd down, to me, I say the Bears, no matter where you're at on the field, 4th down, you may as well go for that too.
I think so. I mean, obviously they have the capability to get a field goal as far as their kicking game, but I would definitely agree with that one, Nick. Do what you can to get up that 1st down. This is a very crucial 3rd down attempt here.
This part of our Riverside TV doubleheader, Notre Vista is running away with their game against Ramona 31-10. Congrats to the Braves, not just winning the league, but completely ran through the entire thing en route to a top 5, top 6 division spot in the Southern Section playoffs. Of course, that to be determined on Sunday. A chance to put themselves in a playoff position are the Poly Bears. A 1st down, and the game is just about over. Henry, the man in motion. Here's Thomas inside, and the Ravens do a good job limiting him to 2, and they cannot call timeout.
Yeah, they just need to run the clock down as far as they can go on this one.
Darian Sewell with the stop. So the next snap can be at about 30 seconds for Poly.
Not seeing a kicking crew come out here.
Yep. This is how they got here. 4th and 5 for the Poly Bears. A chance to etch themselves in recent Poly lore, a team that has faced years of, being in a tough league and just missing out on the postseason a few times. The Bears trying to get the bad taste out of their mouth of missing the postseason by a game a year ago.
So the Bears will take a timeout, have a little bit of discussion with Coach Gilbert.
Right, a chance to turn things around and to do it in the finale against this type of team. Special stuff.
I tell you, we could not find a better way to cap off a season with a game like this. This is very likely one of the most, if not the most entertaining game we've had so far.
Certainly the first half was absolutely entertaining. To think the Bears, the last time they played host to this team, were shut out. Let me get the score right. I want to say 40-0 the last time they played here 2 years ago.
And again, we won't know what the playoff matchups are until we get to Selection Sunday this coming weekend. So we can't give you right now any idea what our coverage will be here for Riverside TV. We're hoping we can bring you at least a couple of games next weekend. And look at this, Nick. They're going to bring in the kicker.
The shutout was 17-0. The year before that, they lost to Vista Del Lago 50-0. And have a chance to pull off the upsets of upsets. I mean, a field goal doesn't do much. I guess it would give you a chance, force them to score a touchdown for overtime. But I don't know. I think you go for it here.
Wow, interesting. The Bears take another timeout here. Talk things over with Coach Gilbert. Let's see if he changes his mind on this one as far as bringing out Samoski. Once again, we want to thank you, the fans, for joining us through this entire season on Riverside TV. Been great to have you along. Thank you for the support. You know, I think if I last looked, we were right on the edge of getting 10,000 subscribers on YouTube.
Wow, how about that?
Yeah, so thank you. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do that. We'd love to get ourselves over that 10,000 if we haven't done so as of yet.
You know, I think a couple of Bears fans could push it over the 10,000 mark.
And it looks like Samoski is now back to the sidelines.
Right. 4th and 5, this to set up a playoff spot for the Bears. It all comes down to this. To think you prep all throughout training camp and summer camp and throughout the preseason. I mean, this was a year in the making for the Poly Bears after losing out by a game last season. Here we go, 4th down and 5 yards to go. They clinch it right here. They're going to throw the football.
Oh, my
goodness. A pass to Allen to win the football game.
That was a gutsy call. An absolute gutsy call.
Victor Aguilar was the hero of the first half. Throws the beauty to Allen, and that wins the football game for Poly. The Bears pull off one of the biggest upsets of not just the year, of Riverside TV history. My goodness, what a football game. The Poly High School Bears alive and well in the playoff chase now.
What a well-executed game plan by the Bears to come up with a victory tonight. This was such a crucial game. This now positions them for a potential CIF bid coming this weekend.
Bear hugs everywhere. Jerron Gilbert, who helped turn around Harupa Valley a few years ago, joins the storied, successful, long tradition-laden program of Poly High School, trying to turn this bad boy into a playoff winner. And he did his job late in this year one.
Hey,
as the Bears started 1-6, and JR, they're sniffing the playoffs now, and they'll know on Sunday.
Man, congrats to Coach Gilbert. I mean, for such a great game plan and for also really turning things around here in the latter part of this 23 season.
And that's how the regular season comes to an end. Hard to compartmentalize how we start the year with one of the great games of the season between North and Ramona, with the CIF Southern Section Player of the Week for North High School. And then here we are now to close the season with the Bears and the Ravens, 17-13 as we cap off the regular season. I mean, you couldn't have asked for a better way to close this one out. What a football game tonight.
It is just definitely a beautiful way to close out 23. Like we mentioned, we are hoping to bring you maybe a couple of playoff games next weekend. We'll see. It's kind of up to the it's not in our hands, unfortunately.
Going into the week, Notre Vista, King, Hillcrest, and Ramona were scheduled to make the playoffs. All of them should. I mean, there's no way why those four shouldn't. But Poly says, hey, I'd like to join that party too. And they did everything they could tonight. I would be shocked if they don't make the playoffs at 4-6. Incredible turnaround for them in the Sun Belt League.
Well deserved if they can get that bid, which, as you said, Nick, I think this really proves that they are capable of grabbing that here this weekend.
Yeah, huge turnaround for them. So that'll do it from King High School in Riverside. For J.R. Ibarra and the rest of our outstanding crew, the Bears face the big bad team out of the Sun Belt, the Ravens of Vista Del Lago, and knock them out, and needed a 4th and 5 conversion to do it. What a football game we had tonight. So our great broadcast crew bringing it down. I'm Nick Rice. We will see you next week in the CIF Southern Section playoffs. Until then, the Bears defeat the Ravens. Our final score, 17-13. This is another presentation of CIF football on Riverside TV.
Good night, all.
Good night.